tuned into 1100 WSGI, and this is Lee Marie with The Go Show. I'm so glad you all joined me. All right, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, you are so amazing. You are so wonderful. We are so grateful. Thank you for your wisdom, your discernment, your guidance. Thank you for having your hands on this show. Take it exactly where you want it to go. Bless everyone who's tuned in right now. May they all grow in a closer relationship with you today. May we be your hands and feet. Show us those people that need to hear about you, who need to hear about your love, who need to feel your love. Put your loving arms around those people who are hurting right now that just need to feel that you are there for them. We love you. We praise you. We repent. Please forgive us for where we have failed you. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen. All right. Good morning, everybody. Oh, boy. Certain things I wanted to say, but I didn't want to think we're having some difficulty, and I can't tell what it is. I am going to go ahead and run a commercial break right now and find out what our issue is.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need printing, we'll be the printing store.
I need help printing brochures. My at-home printer became self-aware.
Of course, the UPS Store can print... Wait, you said self-aware?
Yeah, one day it was saying it was low on ink, and the next it was saying it wanted to rule the world.
Weird. Well, whatever you need, we've got you covered.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our printing services. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Situation fixed here. So yes, okay, so I am live, so some of you may just need to log out and log back in because I am seeing it on now. So all right, today is 9/11. If you missed any part of Laverne's show, please go back and listen to that. She did do a special 9/11 show today, so please go ahead and watch that. I won't be covering too much of that other than just, be in prayer. Remember to be in prayer for all of our people that have lost someone, because this time of year is so difficult for them because they are just kind of remembering all of that, and a lot of those wounds are being opened. And so please be in prayer for all of those families, those friends who lost somebody on that dreadful day of 9/11. Okay, so this is The Go Show, your source for information, inspiration, and always some dates to add to your calendar. So I will be doing some calendar items first because I do have a guest coming at 8:30 who's going to be talking about a very exciting event that's coming up. So I did go ahead and post a whole bunch on my Facebook page last night and early this morning, I guess it was, so that it's easy for you to scroll and find the information. But I do want to say thank you for everyone that came out to the TFA on Monday, because we had a great presentation. Christopher Brown came in from Stop the Bleed, and we all learned a whole bunch of stuff. And so I really am very appreciative of him and all the people who came out for that, because we learned a ton. And if you haven't had Stop the Bleed come to your club or organization, you may want to consider doing that, because it is so interesting, and it's something that the life you save, I mean, it could be your own, it could be your family members, your friends. There's just so much good information that you can learn there, and a lot of stats. I loved all the stats that he was telling us about, how long, it really does take to bleed out, and the three most common injuries, just a lot of great information that I wouldn't have thought about. So I highly recommend doing that. Okay, so there's, like I said, there is a ton of stuff coming up. As you know, today is the 11th, and there's stuff going on today, but I do also want to remind you that this coming Saturday is a pretty big day in Robertson County, because that is the big Experience Robertson County, where you go to the 11 municipalities, and then at the end there's a drawing for $1,000. So you can certainly do that. I also know there is a wonderful class that is happening right here in Springfield from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And that is going to be over at Moringa Tree in Springfield. And that is inside the Southside Drugstore. And it's called The Art of Healthy Living. And I did find out that there is an early bird special. It's not listed, so you need to just be able to know about it. And that is that you get $5 off, so it's only $20 instead of $25 if you register by noon tomorrow. So by noon Thursday, okay? And the class is going to be this Saturday. And so it says, dive into the world of traditional foods and discover the ancient wisdom of healing through what you eat. So this class is part of a 4-part series, and it will guide you in embracing organic living and nourishing your body the way that God intended it. So this is going to be right there in Southside. And as you know, that cafe is small, so spaces are limited. So if you are interested, I suggest registering right away because it will be capped at a fairly small number because of the size of the cafe. But speaking of the cafe, it is open right now Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So you can go ahead and get your lunch, and they're open till 4. So that's great that they're now open Monday through Friday, because I know a lot of people go to Larry's, but Larry's is closed on Mondays. So this is great. You have a Monday opportunity now. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Facebook page now and just scroll down there because I know it's a lot easier if you can follow along on that. So we're going to go ahead and yes, of course, dance lessons are going on. I know some people are getting ready to get married, and yes, I do lessons for couples. I love to get you ready for that big day, for that big dance when everybody's watching you. I know a lot of tricks of the trade. I've been doing this for a long time, and I love to get wedding couples ready. So anyways, but yeah, I do line dance classes and couples classes right there at the Well, and that is right next to Crossroads Christian Bookstore in the square, right there by the courthouse. So come on out and say hi. All right, Mighty Oak. I don't know if you heard, but Stephanie Evans has opened Mighty Oak Christian Mental Health Services. And so that is something super cool. And I know a lot of you know and love Stephanie. That is Pastor Dave Evans' wife. And so she is over at Mighty Oak Christian Mental Health, and she is running some really great classes. And I know that many of you know, but if you don't know, September is Suicide Prevention Month. And it's also Recovery Awareness Month. And so this is just a great time to learn more about the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Again, that's 988. If you know or you are considering suicide, that is the phone number to call. But there's going to be some free trainings happening right here in Robertson County. And Stephanie is involved with those. So you can click on the Mighty Oak. I have the link right on my Facebook page, and it tells about there's going to be one on Monday, September 23rd from 9 to 5. That's mental health first aid. And then there's also today is going to be a training from 1:45 p.m. till 3:30 p.m. And that, yes, that is today. And it is right after the Health Council meeting, which anyone can attend that Health Council meeting. The Health Council meeting is from 12:30 to 1:30, but then the other training is immediately after that. And I believe that is over at Springfield Baptist. If I'm not, maybe Linda can look that up and confirm that that is at Springfield Baptist. Let's see here. We will get that the location of that. But if you go to again, if you go to my Facebook page and you go to Mighty Oak, it has those trainings there, so you can look those up and you can see where today's training is. Okay. All right. And there's a lot of information there. I did post quite a few things from her site because she is, she opened this just, I don't know, maybe just a few months ago. And I know that she is a wonderful person and a wonderful counselor and very concerned with our community. So great link to go on to. Speaking of mental health counselors, also don't forget Shannon Bumgardner and John Bumgardner. They are with Wellspring Ministries of Springfield, and they can really do some great work with you, especially praying and getting through a lot of the, the past hurt and stuff. They use the book Biblical Foundations of Freedom by Art Matthias, which is a great book for any recovery group and just for anybody, period. It's a life-changing book. So there are options out there, because I know in the past there's been a big waiting list for mental health for Christian counselors in the Springfield area, but now we actually have more opportunities, so that's great. So help spread that word. Yes, so today, being that it is 9/11, there are some restaurants and such that are doing Patriot discounts. So like I just pulled this one up. Let's see, First Responders Appreciation Day. This is in White House, but it's the All Seasons Grill. They're doing 15% discount to all of the first responders who come in today. So, being that it's 9/11, if you do own a business or a restaurant, and maybe you haven't even thought about it, but you could still offer discounts or just comp when you see our first responders come in, and of course our families and friends of 9/11 victims, which I know it's hard to see who those people are, but still just keep them in mind and keep them in prayer, because like I said, this is such a hard day for them and a hard week. All right, this Sunday at 2:30 is the Equip conference. I did want to talk about that real quick, because these have been really good. So if you lead a small group or a Sunday school class, this is really good for you. It is going to be this Sunday from 2:30 to 5, and it is called Equip. It's on the front page of the Harvest newsletter, but it's also on my website, and it's going to be held at the Greenbrier First Baptist Church, and the keynote speaker will be Pastor Jacob Haywood, and there will be breakout sessions and a panel discussion, and these have been really good. I know that Miss Bernie's been going to some of these and coming back saying how great they were, so check that out and get signed up for that. That is coming again on, this Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday. So hopefully there is still space available on that. All right, going back to my scrolling on my website, on my Facebook page here. There's some cool car shows coming up. Yeah, this is cool. White House Inn Museum is doing their Stagecoach ribbon cutting, and this is going to be Monday. This Monday, September 16th at 6 p.m. They're also doing like a barbecue dinner as well. But go on to that website and see, because it looks pretty cool. Now, that is in White House. Let's see. This cruise-in car show is going to be Saturday, September 21st, 9 a.m. to noon. This is in Goodlettsville. Spring Hill Baptist Church is going to be doing this one. So yeah, there's a lot of great car shows still happening before the weather goes crazy. So make sure you get on out to those. Those are always such a great family time, just walking along and have the family all pick which car is their favorite and have them guess which car is my favorite. I mean, it's just fun. Just get the electronics out of the hands and get out into real things like people and cars and just fun things. Okay, let's see here. Scrolling down. Oh yeah, Farmers Bank is also doing a car show, and I think that is tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. So Farmers Bank Charity Car Show, and so that is Thursday, and that is their second annual. And all the donations go to the United Food Ministries Food Bank. So you can either enter your car or you can make a donation. And so that is right there at the Springfield Memorial branch of the Farmers Bank, because there's a couple Farmers Bank in town, but it is the one on Memorial. All right, let's see, what else do we got here. I'm going to do a quick station break so that I don't have to do so many when my guest gets here. Let's go ahead and who do we got here? We got Southside. Okay.
Nothing can compare to the down-home customer service that you receive from a small-town, family-run drugstore like Southside Drug Company. Stop in and talk with the friendly staff. They've been specializing in hometown customer service for over 100 years. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit SouthsideDrugCo.com. Be sure to tell them Lee Marie sent you.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need printing, we'll be...
Okay, I am back. This is Lee Marie with The Go Show, your source for information, inspiration, and always some dates to add to your calendar. And so we're going over some calendar items. And if I don't have all of the information, then you can certainly go on my Facebook page and find that. Yes, there is the ladies' conference coming up in South Haven. So that is going to be on September 21st from 8 to 3:30, and so that is the ladies conference, and that is at South Haven, right there where the electronic sign is right before you get to Springfield Memorial Gardens. And so ladies, go ahead and get signed up for that. That's always a great time. They have a little breakfast and a little lunch there for you, and guest speaker and games and prizes, and that's just a real good time. Okay, the Ebenezer Shoebox meeting over at Ebenezer, it's actually the Samaritan's Purse Shoebox meeting, but it's at Ebenezer Baptist Church, and that is going to be the 19th. So that is Thursday the 19th. And so if you are in charge of that for your church or your neighborhood or your family, you want to go over there and check that out, get some good resources, and just get plugged in, because we want to get a lot more boxes than we got last time. Good. Awesome. And then Open Door Pregnancy Center, they are in need of size 6 diapers. So please, if you have some time today, if you can get over to Walmart, get a big bag of diapers, size 6, and then at Open Door, you can either go through the front door, or if for some reason it's locked, you can go ahead and go around to the back. Or if you don't have the time to go in, just drive around the back. There is a big cabinet there that you can put in your donations. And so they do need size 6 desperately. So please consider doing that. I know that's one of the more common sizes that they need a lot, but right now they do need that. So get on out. Okay, I just saw our guest come in, so that is exciting. So we're going to have Sheila Watts come in. She is with the Greenbrier Historical Society. I do want to thank everybody who came out last Saturday. We had a follow-up prayer meeting in the square. We called it Prayer in the Square. And we're going to be, it looks like there's a good group of people that want to meet every first Saturday of the month from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that's right on the historic courthouse steps, where we had that huge 300-person Pray for TN event. Now, the courthouse is going to be going through some construction real soon here, because they have to repair that roof. So I'm sure shortly you will be seeing some different, blockages there with the streets and everything. So, when that happens, we will definitely not be on the square steps. We'll just move on to Main Street under one of the awnings there, because there are some offices there that are closed on Saturdays. So that will make an easy transition just across the street. But yeah, if you're wondering, why the courthouse looks closed off in the near future and what all this construction is, yeah, they have to replace that roof on the beautiful courthouse. Also, thank you to Wild Doc, who came out last Friday. What a great show. And if you missed any part of that, you really should watch that. Wild Doc went over knee situations, which, most of us have too. And then also there was concussions. He talked about kids and football concussions and things like that, which it's not to like scare you not into doing football or something, but it's just, what to do, and some really interesting data that he has regarding concussions. So we're right in the start of football season. So like I said, I suggest you watching that show, because a lot of really great information there. All right. Is Miss Sheila ready to come in? Because I can bring her in early if she would like to come in. So we'll find out if she is coming in. All right. All right. Here she comes. There you go. Excellent. We were hoping to have her on last week, but had some issues happening. So we bumped her to this week. Lastly, I do have one more thing that I think is coming up. Yes, I do need to mention this real quick. There's going to be a homecoming celebration on Sunday, September 22nd. And this is going to be at Williams Chapel Baptist Church. And this is at 5946 South Lamont Road in Springfield. And they're going to have, a worship service at 11 with special music. And this, oh my goodness. So yeah, 1886 is when this church started. Oh, wow. That, I wonder if this is like one of the oldest churches in town. I have no idea, but they're going to have a catered lunch will be provided. And so again, this will be at Williams Chapel Baptist Church, and that is on Sunday, September 22nd. So they sent a letter to WSGI and made sure that we announced that. So there you go. Y'all can come out to that. All right, Miss Sheila Watts is in the house. How you doing? Good morning. Let me turn your mic on now. There you go.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
All right. Excellent. You sound wonderful. Are you excited?
Yes, and tired.
And tired. Oh, I hear you. Those of you that haven't, been hardcore volunteers, you just don't know the feeling of yesterday. So if somebody's listening and I'm supposed to meet you at the well at 9:15, please text me and tell me who you are, because I was talking to somebody yesterday and I know I'm supposed to meet someone because they said, okay, like 10 after 9 after your show. And I said, well, in case I'm still talking to my guest, why don't you show up at 9:15? And so I'm meeting someone and I don't know who you are. Oh my
Blind date.
goodness. Well, it's like when the people like us that are just involved with so much, we just pour ourselves into these nonprofits. Then, sometimes we just forget who we are and what we're doing, right?
And what we're supposed to be doing.
Yes, exactly. But we know what you guys are doing. So let's hear it. Let's hear about the Briar.
Well, first of all, Greenbrier Historical Society was founded 1997, and we purchased a house at public auction the same month on a big show of faith that has become our historical museum and library. It's at the corner of West College Street and Maple, just a block from the main traffic light in Greenbrier. And we've got members, somewhere around 300 or so, ranging from all over Tennessee, Kentucky, stretching from Florida to Connecticut, Massachusetts, over into the Midwest, Missouri, Illinois, and as far as Washington State, and coming back through Southwest, and we have some folks in Texas that are members. They all have a connection to Greenbrier. So once you've been there and lived there a while, you have this love in your heart for it, and that's what I've tried to preserve as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, I've only been in the county for about 7 years, but Springfield and Greenbrier are my favorite two cities.
Okay.
There's just something so special about them and about the people that are there. And even though I live in the county, but when I go to Greenbrier events, there's just something different about the people there and the closeness. It's just so amazing. So that's why we joined the Historical Society. So, okay, go ahead. Back to you.
I call it the Greenbrier Way.
Ah, I like that.
But coming up September 21st on a Saturday, we have our annual all-day fundraiser called Autumn in the Briar. And that's been going on since 1997, fall fundraiser like that. This will be on the grounds of Greenbrier Historical Museum, as I mentioned, West College Street and Maple. We will have an assortment of variety of vendor booths. These are usually crafts and unusual things that people bring to sell. Right now, I think we have 18 booths lined up. Some are double and triple size, so there's going to be plenty of things to look over and browse through. We'll have a bake sale going on with contributions from our local members. Food, we will have catfish plates, which will include white beans, hush puppies, coleslaw, and fries for $15 a plate, and also barbecued chicken with baked beans and potato salad and cornbread, hamburgers and hot dogs as well. There will be cobbler cooked on the grounds in a kettle over coal fire, so you can watch that a little bit, and have some dessert, different fruit cobblers that Jonathan Wade is preparing, and plenty of soft drinks and water. So if it's a hot day, which we hope, we'll get through it.
Do you know what flavor of cobblers?
We have apple, cherry, peach, and blackberry normally.
Goodness, so okay.
You have to get there when that one's done, to get it. They won't all be ready at one time, but they go fast, and we have sold out of very large portions of each one.
And there's going to be music, right?
Live music. The Ridgetop Ramblers will
Really,
be
that's what I
there.
was hoping you were going to say because I just looked at the site and it said music, and I thought, I wonder if Ridgetop Ramblers are coming.
String and Beans will be there, and Kings Highway. So they'll be performing
wow.
at different times during the day. And Friday night, Friday evening, when people are coming to set up their tents and unload their tables and so forth, some of the guys are going to be there setting up the PA system and also playing a little bit along the way,
Oh,
getting a little practice in,
oh, that's cool.
just sitting on the porch.
So do you know about what time that is?
No, that
Okay.
may vary. I imagine sometime after 4,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they'll handle that, but
Okay.
certainly before dark.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. And you're going to have some auction items to bid on?
Yes, silent auction. We depend on our local merchants and individuals to donate items that are bid on. It's a real simple process where you register your name, address, and so forth, and we give you a number so that when you put your bid down, you put your assigned number so nobody else knows who's bidding on it. And then at the cutoff time, which is usually 2:30 or 3, something like that, we stop the bidding, and the high bid wins that particular item. You do not have to be present to win the item. We will contact you if you are the high bidder, so you can come by anytime during the day and get your bid in, look over the items. We have a lot of homemade items, handcrafted items that one individual has provided, and they're just beautiful little decorative pieces.
Nice.
As well as items, gift certificates from local merchants and restaurants.
And can people still donate gift certificates for this?
Yes,
Okay. Well, here you go.
we'll be glad. We'll be glad to accept any kind of donation, whether it's an item or a check from a business. We have a lot of work to do on our building, and we're requiring a lot of funding coming in without any help from anybody government-wise at the moment, or foundations or anything like that. We're trying to get some grant applications in, but that is usually a set period of time, probably next year, that you can get those in. But and we also will have our book sale going on, which is going on right now. You can come inside the building on the day of Autumn in the Briar and browse through our book sale. We have 4 rooms literally packed with used books that have been donated from all across our community and beyond. An assortment. I'm talking one whole room is women's fiction. We're talking about chick lit and historical
Chick lit.
fiction, Amish fiction, romance. It's there, all the big name authors. Then we have another room that's just mystery, suspense, and westerns. And we have a lot of western paperbacks that are for sale. So, you're going to find something.
Yeah, I was telling somebody recently about that because I said, most book sales you go in, it's just like, I said, but they're so organized. Like, okay, here's all the paperback westerns. Here's all, all the Amish.
We try to put the authors together. All the books of one author together if we have several, and usually the bestseller names are the ones we have the most of. So it's a good way to pick up a book for $1 or less usually. And we have another room full of nonfiction, which is history, biography, cookbooks, religious or inspirational books, and just general nonfiction, crafts, and even some young adult fiction, along with an area that's designated just for children's books of all ages, everything from board books to chapter books and in between. And there are dozens of children's books. But altogether, we've got thousands of books altogether. And I have rebuilt it twice in the past week. We've been open a week, but from clearing out the boxes and the books on different tables and displays, I've just had room to put out some more because we couldn't get it all out at one time. And we still don't have it all out.
Now, but there is a sale going on right now, right? So
Yes.
what are the days and times for the sale right now?
We are open Wednesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And this Saturday, with Experience Robertson County going on, more than likely we're going to be open till at least 3 to
Good
give
idea.
folks who are traveling through
Right.
a chance when they see our book sale sign to come by and look it over. We've had so much traffic, foot traffic, uh, with the book sale this week. It is
Nice.
unbelievable, and
Oh.
we appreciate so much everybody coming in, and also folks who have donated their books through the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
That's year round, and we try to sort those and process them, price them, have them ready to go out as soon as we can get them handled. But it's it's a lot of work,
Mm-hmm.
and we've had some really good library aides helping me get all that out.
Mm-hmm.
We are thrilled at what we've sold so far, but we're not done yet. We got 3 more weeks to go. So
Well, I love stopping in there, and your docents are so friendly. Like they just, and I love the building. It's just so awesome. It's just a great feel to go in there. And so, y'all, if you have books that you want to donate, now she gave the hours, but there is also a pink bucket outside, a pink bin that if you happen to be cruising by and they're closed, you can still put book donations into that bucket. It's got a big lid, and it actually fits more books than you would think.
yeah, it does.
Don't ask me how I know. But the other day I was driving around. I had a couple boxes and I thought, oh, they're closed. I don't think these are all going to fit. Well, I went up there and, I Tetrised everything in there and it fit.
Yeah, it will hold a lot. It's a big tub, big storage tub, and it does have a cover, so they're protected from the weather. But we'd be delighted to accept. We do not need textbooks, encyclopedias, or magazines, and preferably the books need to be in good, clean condition. They don't have to be brand new, but if you want to clean out some of your favorites, bring those to us. We'll be glad to make use of it, and it will benefit the historical museum.
And speaking of that, I used to work at the library, and one little trick that I found is like on your hardback covers, well, even on some of the softbacks, if there's just like a little spot on it, if you take a baby wipe on that, you can make that completely beautiful. And I don't recommend the Clorox wipes because those have Clorox in them and they're not really great for your hands. But the baby wipes are safe. Man, I use baby wipes for a lot of things, but that's one of the things that if you get a smudge on something, get out those baby wipes because you can make something look fabulous.
I find some of the used books, they got a little ring where somebody set their coffee cup down or their milk glass or whatever, and it'll come off with a little elbow grease. So we try to clean those up a little bit.
And then also during the book sale, though, I know that the place is just so full of books, but people can still see the inside of the house.
Yes.
And how beautiful that is.
You can still maneuver through the house and see some of our historical exhibits that are on the walls, and the rooms themselves, the parlor and the dining room are actually exhibits of their own with the furniture of the era when it was built, 1895. It's when it was built. So it's not your modern building with ample electrical plugs and all that you expect to have. But it does serve our purpose, and we do need to freshen it up a bit in places, make some improvements, and that's what we're trying to do is raise enough money to do one project at a time. We just got through this early summer putting on a new roof, which required some carpentry work as well, and Brandon Frank Construction did that for us, did a fabulous job.
Oh, great.
So you can see our brand new green roof from a block away, and you don't have any problem. We do have some parking available along Maple Street. Also, it's at the old City Hall across College Street is usually available. And for the Day of Autumn in the Briar, parking will be available in the big grass lot directly behind the museum. That is owned by Greenbrier Methodist Church, and they allow us to use that for parking that day. But it can accommodate a lot of cars. So if you can't find a parking space, that's a good thing for us.
That's right.
You just keep driving around.
Now, I know that all the food vendors will be just your people because that's a big part of the fundraiser. But if there are some vendors that are selling items, are they still able to rent a space right now?
Yes, they need to call our museum or come by.
Okay.
We're getting fairly close to the big day, and those booths are $15 for a 10 by 10 or 12 by 12 tent,
Okay.
and we can double or triple that if you need more space. Um, there, we don't have a limit. That's
Mm-hmm.
what we're
Awesome.
doing, but we have plenty of yard space where we can set that up.
Okay, that's good to know because I know a couple vendors that make some stuff in town, and they were asking me, and I said, well, I'm having Sheila on tomorrow. I will find out. So that's great to know because, I think the more vendors, the merrier.
Yes. Oh,
Plus,
we'll have a big time. Yeah.
and a lot of people don't realize that the more vendors you have, also the more vendors you have from buying. We end up buying from other vendors. You know what I
Right.
mean?
We do.
So I know it's kind of opposite because sometimes people go, well, we only want to have a limited a number of vendors because we want them to do well. And it's like, if you want them to do well, have as many vendors as possible because, in between customers or whatever, we usually end up walking and coming back with a whole bunch of stuff.
And in looking over the vendor applications, we'll have a very large booth there with floral items and wreaths um, made, and pottery and all kind of hand crafts made. One gentleman is coming with his rocks, which you think rocks, but
Mhm.
these are assorted, actually mineral
Oh.
things, and um, use them for a paperweight or just decorative thing. But that'll be colorful as well. T-shirts, a boutique from Clarksville is coming uh, with women's apparel, and I don't know, I can't even name everything,
Mhm.
but it's going to be quite an assortment of things to look at. One of our people are donating Green Bear Bobcat caps.
Ah.
I don't know how many that'll be, so it may be in the auction, it may be somewhere else, but um, we'll get those out there.
Okay. All right. So once again, what are the hours of Autumn in the Briar?
Autumn in the Briar is Saturday, September 21, a week from this Saturday, and that'll be officially 9 a.m. to about 4 p.m.
Okay. And again, to find it, if you were on 41
Yep,
and you got to College Street, you would go right if you're coming from Springfield.
right.
You go right on College, and then it's going to be on your right hand side.
Mhm.
The if you haven't been through there, it's a beautiful historic house, white with a green roof.
White two-story, can't miss it. Big sign on the corner says Greenbrier Historical
And
Society.
then the vendor booths, where are they going to be starting
They'll
out?
be all around the lawn, uh, starting with the sidewalks going in, and the food area will be at the back corner of the house. But we'll have vendor booths on all sides this time, extending quite a bit down further into the backyard. And a couple of other things that'll be happening. We'll have some reenactors there
Oh,
from Sons of the Confederate.
oh, nice.
They'll have their guns to fire occasionally, and they're loud. I can imagine what a battle sounded like.
Right.
And
So
then,
if you have dogs that are sensitive to that, you might want to leave them at home.
but the kids love that kind of thing, and you can walk up to them and talk to them in between the times that they're doing that. They'll be there all day, and also the Ashland Belagarth will be there, representing medieval times where they fought with swords and all that stuff.
Ah.
It won't be real swords, but I understand these are a group of young people doing this representation from medieval times as just simply volunteers. They're not getting paid to do that. But we welcome anybody to stop by. If you've got 30 minutes or an hour, it's well worth the time, and you'll probably be there longer than you intended to be. But you'll see people you haven't seen in a while, and get to talk to those, and it's great. We'll have a place to sit down and eat your meal if you want to. Stay there or take it home with you. Either way, and then bid on the auction while you're there. We're going to have something on both porches for the auction to split
Oh.
up the space a little bit,
Okay.
and the musicians will be on the veranda
Okay.
this year instead of out in the yard. But
And so they're going to be, because I remember the one year when I was eating, I remember they had, eating tables right in front of the band. Is that, what were you
it
gonna
won't
do
be
there?
that close this
Okay,
time.
won't be that close. Okay. But you can still see them from there.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can, except for the front yard, you can still see the reenactors, but
Okay.
because that'll be going on in the back space.
Okay.
But we'll we're just excited about a big day, and we're going to need a big day because we've got a lot of work to do on our building, as I mentioned.
Right. So come on out, guys. This is, like she said, you don't have to be there the whole day, but there'll be lots of auction items that you can bid on. And that's fun because I know a lot of you are just ready to give a donation anyway, just straight donation. But how much more fun is it to bid on some things? Because you know what? Christmas is right around the corner. And
Yes.
so this is a great time to get unique Christmas gifts, right?
That's right.
All right. You got a list there.
And bring cash or whatever.
You take Venmo too, right?
Some of the vendors do,
Okay.
but we're hoping to get ours set up by then, so you can purchase whatever we have at our booths through Venmo.
Okay. And I'm going to show this because I do have some dance students out there. So dancers, you can bid on this. I'm donating a dance class for you and 3 friends. So that's for a class for 4. So that will be one of the auction items. We actually have several couples in my couples class that are from Greenbrier and that went to Greenbrier High. And so, I know that they'll probably be at your event because I know everybody comes out for that kind of stuff.
Our food is going to be catered by Carolyn Howerton. Her country kitchen preparation will
Excellent.
take care of that, and it's good. I mean, I've never tasted anything bad from her. And the bake sale will be all homemade items from different. There'll be everything from pies, cakes, brownies, cookies, some type of bread, probably.
Are you having that ice cream again?
I've got a little ice cream left to sell. It's homemade ice cream in a cup.
Oh, good.
And it's we have a lot of chocolate left. I think we have like 1 cup of peach and 1 cup of orange left. They may not be there, but excuse me.
That's right, because people
By
can
then.
actually buy those when they come to the book sale, right?
Yes, even now.
Because me, I'll usually sit down and eat a couple when I'm there.
But we prepared those for Turning of the Pig, July 3rd, that we deal with the band boosters, have a booth there. And we had a little bit extra left over this time, so that's what we're selling. But the chocolate tastes just like a Wendy's Frosty, and it's only $1.50 a cup at the time. But we may put a little bit of a sale on it that day, and
You
certainly.
should sell them for $2 for the donation.
Well,
Bump
if
it up.
They want to give us a 5 and say keep the change.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
do
there
that.
you go. There
We
you
don't turn down American money.
Awesome. Well, I am really looking forward to it because it was just always so much fun. And I did not realize that you have three music groups coming.
Yes,
So Ridgetop Ramblers, Kings Highway, and
String and Beans.
String and Beans. Okay.
I think they're going to be the first ones on at 9:00.
Okay. Do you know when Ridgetop Ramblers are?
No,
Okay.
they'll be different times of the day. 'Cause
Okay,
they'll
so
be
they're
there
playing
all day.
multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, sounding better by the minute. Awesome. I hope you guys will all go out and support them. And you know what? Please, please, please donate some more silent auction items because you
Yes.
can never have enough, right?
Yes, call us. We appreciate all the businesses and individuals who want to make a donation to something.
Do you have that phone number handy where that they can call the Greenbrier?
It's 615-643-8461.
One more time.
615-643-8461.
Yeah, I figured you had it memorized since you were president for 24 years.
Right.
And so now you're officially
Past president.
past president. You have such a
I like that
strange
title.
smile on your face when you said that.
Well, I like
Have you
the
been
title.
waiting for this moment?
A long time. I have.
Well, and your new Carolyn is the new incoming.
Carolyn Howerton is our new president, and she hit the ground running, and I'm very proud of what she's done so far. And she knows everybody, so if whatever we need done, she knows somebody who can do it probably.
Or she does it herself. I was dropping off some
She
books,
does.
and I thought that I didn't know anybody was there, but I was dropping off books, and then I'm getting back in my car, and I hear, "Hey, Lady Marie!" And Carolyn and David were out there with the, doing all the gardening stuff
Yeah,
and
they
getting
were.
everything beautiful.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Robertson County Master Gardeners who came last Saturday and did a little cleanup on our landscaping areas, and they did a fabulous job to get ready for Autumn in the Briar.
Well, that's
And
awesome.
Carolyn and David are setting up a little display at our front window, autumn type display. They got the hay bales there yesterday, or straw bales, and we'll have some flowers or pumpkins or something there probably.
Oh, so like for a good photo op type
Yeah,
of situation.
it'd be a great photo op.
Ah.
I do want to mention one thing that's coming up. The Vol State campus is presenting a series of lectures on Robertson County history.
Oh,
That's starting this Friday,
nice.
10 a.m. to noon, where each week is a different speaker and subject. And our time comes up on October 4th, where I'm going to be talking about different aspects about Greenbrier history. And they wanted me to come up with some topics, so I did, where I talk about Greenbrier in the beginning. You know, everything's got to start somewhere. And also the economic boost of the 1800s, and that was a gigantic business, the largest distillery in Tennessee at the time. We have the beginning of school days, where it took a long time for public school to come to Greenbrier, and also our current library. We have named it after Miss Julia Waters Gregory, who lived there, owned the house for several decades, and actually loaned out books of her own private collection to anybody in the community that want to walk up there and get one. Even if she was not home, you just come in the door and go to where her bookcase was and pick you out a book and take it home and then bring it back when you get through and get you another one. So she was quite a big part of the community in that era. And so we named our library the Julia Waters Gregory Memorial Library in her honor, because she was the first lending library in Greenbrier.
Nice. Very cool. Well, you've got a lot of topics on here. So Greenbrier in the beginning, economic boost of 1800s, school days, Miss Julia's library, and then duty calls, Greenbrier veterans.
Yeah, we're going to put our veterans exhibit up again in by late October to have it ready for a Veterans Day period, where we have well over 100 veterans that have a Greenbrier connection displayed, and they served in all branches of the military all over the world, literally, and some became quite prominent over time in areas where they were. So we have a little photograph of them, usually in uniform, and a little short bio about where they served and maybe medals they might have been awarded and so forth. But we welcome anybody contributing the same information to us. People who lived in Greenbrier, went to school in Greenbrier, went to church in Greenbrier. Maybe they moved away now. And we came across one man several years ago who lives in Louisiana now. But he served in the motor pool under General Patton.
Wow.
Actually drove General Patton around Europe during World War II. And the general, because General Patton wanted to be kind of at the front seeing what was going on with his tanks and all, that he endangered their lives as well, driving him in the Jeeps and so forth. So he got all his motor pool awarded the Bronze Star.
Oh, my.
And this gentleman, we have a picture of his Bronze Star medal. We appreciate that. But that just came about through publicity,
Oh,
you know. But
so I imagine, some of these families may have some really cool, historical items that you might be interested in showing at the museum.
yes.
So if you have something like that, by
that'd be
all
great.
means, take a picture of it and go in, and because it's so awesome to be able to just have that rich history that people can go in and actually see.
Right.
And so I love when historical societies are doing things like that.
One of the few ladies, one of the few women who served in the military. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cough.
Oh, no worries.
But one of the few women who we know served in the military from Greenbrier actually was a nurse on D-Day
Wow.
and went in with those guys.
Wow.
So, like I say, all these stories that you don't know about, we want to uncover. And a lot of people don't want anybody knowing where they served and all that. We understand that. We keep that private. But we do want to recognize those people who presented themselves
Sure.
in service to our country.
Right. Awesome. Very cool. All right, guys. So make sure you get it on your calendar that this coming, what's the date? What date is today? Today, like 9/11.
11th.
Today's 9/11. How can I forget? All right. So yes. So this coming Saturday is Experience Robertson County. Next coming Saturday, the 21st, is Autumn in the Briar. And so that starts at 9.
9.
All right. I had 10 in here, so I got to change my calendar. All right. 9 o'clock to 4.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Excellent. And live music, vendors, rich local history, and best of all, an opportunity to donate to such a worthy cause and help out the house because it got a new roof, but it still needs some more work.
Yes. And I want to put the word out also, if you are not from, or you're not around this area anymore, but you would like to donate to our building fund, our mailing address is Greenbrier Historical Society, P.O. Box 695, Greenbrier 37073. And you can drop a check in the mail anytime, any amount. We will gladly accept that and be grateful for it. So you can help us out, even though you may not be able to come to Autumn in the Briar or come by anytime during the year. We do appreciate every single dollar that's donated.
Good point. And that's a good point because I know some people have had to move out of the area for whatever reason. I don't know why anybody would want to leave Greenbrier, but it happens.
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes you have to, family situations. So you can still be a part of this big, fundraising push. Be a part of it. Do you have a goal of a goal that you like a price that you really would just love to meet?
Well, we're told that the total cost of doing what we need to be done is going to approach $400,000.
Oh my goodness.
And that's a lot more money than we've ever dealt with before. So we're going to have to tackle it a little bit at a time as the money comes in. But it is a lot of structural improvements need to be made. We're not going to paint the house pink or anything like that, but we do need painting done, but we can't do that until we do some structural repair underneath and get that all situated.
Okay. All right. So 400,000 is what they need to accomplish everything that they. So please go out and bring your checkbook, and then again, call some friends and see who wants to donate some auction items because it's great advertising for them.
Especially new businesses.
Exactly.
And we put on the bid sheets what business or person donated those. Individuals will keep it anonymous if you wish, but there are all kinds of items from the stores, gift certificates, restaurants, and so forth, shops. A gift certificate, you're going to get somebody new in that hadn't been in the store probably.
That's right.
And that's good.
Yeah, and even like I do know some new counselors in town, you might want to donate a free counseling session, right? Because that could lead to more and just get your name out there,
right?
Because, and I love bidding on gift certificates,
yes,
because it's just a great way to, especially if it's something I've been wanting to try out, but I'm like, well, but then when I know that this money is going to the charity, then it's like a really good feeling because like, well, yes, let me just do it right now because this money's going to go help.
Right. And none of our library aides or other volunteers receive any compensation in any way. They're just doing this out of their heart more than anything. And I had a thought and I've lost it.
That's okay. I can't believe it's 8:58. How did that happen? We're going to have to sign off anyway. So,
our library is open to the public. We do not charge to use it, so you can come in and sign up to check out books if you want to, and those you can keep those as long as 4 weeks at a time. We do not have overdue fines. We do like to get our books back, please.
And that's in the front room, right?
Right, in one small room, but we have a large assortment, especially fiction. We love fiction, including large print and children's books for all ages. So we've got something for every age.
That's a good point. I totally forgot to mention the library in the front room. So not only is the house just a beautiful historical landmark, but they have a library as well as a book sale and as well as an ice cream sale.
Yes, ice cream is good.
So they still have ice cream there. I highly recommend it. It's very good. And there's a little chair there in the library. You can sit down and you can talk to the docent and that's always a great time. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Miss Sheila, so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. And I hope that this one is the biggest fundraiser that you have ever
that's
had.
What we're hoping for.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, I'm glad that you're still going to be involved with it and still on the board because, you your presence would just be too much missed if you
Well,
were
I've
gone.
told everybody I'm not going anywhere, so you're stuck with me. But I'm still working at probably as many hours as I was before. It's just not quite as stressful as it was before.
Exactly. It doesn't all come down on your head,
Right.
because when you're in charge of nonprofits and things like that, I know how that is. They always want to blame one person when anything goes wrong. So that's good. You don't have that stress. So this will be a real fun year for you, huh?
Yeah, it will.
All right, y'all. We will see you at Autumn in the Briar, and I go out and support them. And there's so many things going on. I'm going to see a lot of you this coming weekend. Don't forget, over at Moringa Tree in Springfield, which is inside Southside Drug, on Saturday, the Art of Healthy Living. It is a class that is from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And if you register before noon tomorrow, Thursday, you get the class for only $20, and that will greatly improve your life. And so it's going to save you a lot of money in the long run, because you'll be taking care of your health, taking your health into your own hands. So we hope to see you guys all out there. Also, Moringa Tree is open today from 11 to 4, and hope to see you out there. But yeah, there's lots going on. Experience Robertson County is this coming weekend. That's a great fun time to go and see. I know the Stop for Adams is going to be Coldstream Christian Camp, so I'm really excited about that, because a lot of people don't know about them. So you're going to learn about a lot of great things this coming weekend in Robertson County. Thank you all for joining me. You have been listening to 1100 USGI.